Ciao, ciao! Sweet Mother Charles here, your buddy. It's a beautiful day. Opa. It's November 20th, guys. It is absolutely gorgeous out. It's about 12 degrees or 50-some degrees Fahrenheit. Beautiful day, man. For a Sunday, you can't beat it. I'm getting ready to go meet up with some American guy from New Jersey that's here. So that'll be fun. But now I got to answer some questions because I haven't done it for a while. I've got three questions we're going to go through today. One's from a Japanese lady, a wonderful young lady from Japan, a gentleman from Norway, and a Serbian student who's getting ready to go to the United States this coming summer. So let's begin here. Oh, my nose is itching, so forgive me. I don't want to rub my nose. That's terribly disgusting and rude, but it's itching. Mrs. Akiko is this young lady from Japan. Absolute pleasure. I love Japanese people. They're so friendly, so kind, so respectful. She says, "Hi Charles, my name is Akiko and I'm from Japan. I am visiting Serbia in December. Could you recommend places I can do a one-day trip from Belgrade to? I love Serbia very much and a Serbian friend suggested that I contact you. Regards, Akiko." Akiko, wow. Absolute pleasure, young lady. Pleasure to hear from you. I'm glad your friend suggested me. I have two Japanese friends. Actually, one good friend and the other one is an acquaintance. She teaches Japanese at the Foreign Language Institute there in Belgrade, Serbia. And the other young lady, her father was working for the Japanese embassy here, and she's absolutely in love with Serbia. She enjoyed her time here. She misses Serbia very much, and she comes back to visit a lot. So I got to meet her during Belgrade Beer Fest 2 years ago. Such a super friendly young lady. So I'm going to get you in touch with both of them. Or, sorry, with the young lady that her father was at the Japanese embassy here for a number of years. She's so kind. She knows everything. And she can give you some good tips in your language. For me, if I was you, Belgrade is not really smack in the center. It's in the north. It's in the northern part of this country. But this is a really small country. So you can do a lot in a day trip. So you need to be a little bit more specific on that. If you're looking to stay one day somewhere or you're looking to go early in the morning and come home, you could do it all at most places in Serbia. The other thing that depends, that would really make a big difference is if you have your own automobile, you're going to rent a car or you're going to take a bus. The bus service here is good, but a lot of places it's going to take you a lot longer to get to. For instance, some great things to see. To make a long story short, you're in Belgrade, an hour and 15 minutes away on the bus is the city of Novi Sad. You must visit Novi Sad, that's where I live. Absolutely beautiful city, the most beautiful city in this region. Lots of nightlife here if you like that. Lots of history here, lots of big, there's a big fortress, there's the big river, there's shops, big mall here. There's great places to eat here in this city. Lots of diversity in this city. You've got a lot more Catholics up here. Big church, Catholic church. You've got Pravoslavets, of course, which is Orthodox Christian churches. And then you have little villages all around here in this opština that are equally as beautiful. Also, bordering Novi Sad is a big forested area, the largest forest up here in the northern part of Serbia, which is called Fruška Gora. And Fruška Gora is always well worth your time. There's a couple really nice restaurants way at the top up in these forests. And there's big monasteries out in these forests also that you can go see that are very historic in nature. Some of that is definitely worth a see. Subotica is a little bit further away. I think it's about 150, 170 kilometers from Belgrade. It's going to take you a little bit longer on a bus. It's going to take you probably 3 hours from Belgrade, hour and 45, 2 hours, at least 2 hours and something to get there. Same with Niš. Furthest north point, sorry, is Subotica. Subotica is an absolutely gorgeous city. Beautiful architecture, lots of things to do in that city center. It's absolutely stunning, and it would be great to see since you're from Japan. Lots of different architecture there. But it's quite a ways, it's up at the top. So if you're going to take a day trip from Belgrade, by the time you'd have to leave early in the morning and come back, but you could do that. That's an equally beautiful place. Another place that a lot of tourists don't go to is the city of Zrenjanin. I lived in Zrenjanin. It's really close to Belgrade. It's about 45 minutes away on a bus. It's got one of the prettiest centers in all of Serbia. It's got some fun nightlife there too and some really good restaurants. It's got a little place called Echka that's part of it's a little village that's connected to it. and it has this old big historic castle thing that one of the Hungarian archdukes used to go and visit. And fox hunt up in there. It's really nice. They've got some sites like the guy who designed the Eiffel Tower. He built the bridge there, or his design is the green bridge right in the center of Zrenjanin. So that's kind of neat. You've got a lot of friendly people up in this part of Serbia also. Very nice people that would love to show you around. Oh, what else? You've got a little place, another place people don't really go, is a place called Sremska Mitrovica. It's about maybe an hour straight west of Belgrade. And Sremska Mitrovica, it used to be the Roman city of Sirmium. And so under the whole entire city, it's only got about 30,000 people, but underneath it there was a huge old Roman town. So you've got this big museum that I've worked on. You walk inside, you can walk through this old Roman place and have coffee up there. What else? There's another place really close to Belgrade, if you want to stay closer, called Smederevo. Smederevo has one of the biggest fortresses still intact in Serbia. It's beautiful. Really good for picture taking. There's a little bit of graffiti there, but it's definitely worth your while. Shabac is another place, if you're going clear back over to close to Sremska Mitrovica area. Place of Shabac has one of the longest walking streets. It's really neat because it's different from American culture. A lot of these cities have just a whole massive section dedicated just to walking people walking and riding bicycles. No cars allowed. So it's got a massive section there, really good restaurants, little shops, and pretty buildings to take pictures of. Kragujevac used to be the Serbian capital. It's about maybe an hour and 30 minutes away on a bus, central Serbia, south and east of Belgrade. Nice place, lots of history down in there. Great nightlife in Kragujevac if you stay there. And Niš, Serbia is a little further down. It's about 2.5 hours, 3 hours away on the bus, straight south. Excellent place to go. Lots of nightlife, tons of history. That's where Roman Emperor Constantine was born. So they have a big place dedicated to him and his birthplace. It also has one of the biggest fortresses, most beautiful fortresses, excellent nightlife. Things are cheap there also. And you have some other big buildings that are really pretty. Walking street in the center of the city is nice. And under the whole entire city of Niš, there's lots of little shops. And you have a place called Chelakula, which is a really sad thing. The Turks cut off a bunch of Serbian heads and built a big tower. What else? There's a place called Užice. Užice, a friend of mine owns a hostel there. It's over in West Serbia. It's not all that far away on the map, but to get there on a bus and stuff, it takes about 3 hours because you got to go through all these small roads. There's no autoput there, or highway, sorry. And by the time you get there, you can go to visit a place called Mokra Gora and Zlatibor. These are these two big mountains for skiing. If you're coming here in December and you want to ski, there's already snow there. Mokra Gora is beautiful. There's a little ethno-selo there. Ethno-selo is like an ethnic village where you can eat and see how they lived years and years ago. These beautiful little huts that have these like kako se kaže, steep wooden shingled roofs. Really pretty. There's a lot to do. Golubac Fortress way over in the eastern part of Serbia. That's way over there on the bus. Eastern Serbia has beautiful mountains, or beautiful hills and untouched nature and very little tourism. Vincha is right around Belgrade. There's something called Vincha. It was this ancient civilization. One of the first civilizations in the world was found here in Serbia. And so they have places for that out there. And Golubac, like I said, it's got this big castle on this lake that's definitely worth a shot. So you can see a lot, young lady, but you gotta stay here for more than a couple days. Belgrade, you've got so many things to see in Belgrade. You could last a week in Belgrade and not get sick of it because the nightlife is so much fun. Anyway, hope I answered your questions, my dear.